Decendant. We've detected signs of the quantum energy extracted from the phase shift gate in some electrical equipment. We need to get our hands on that equipment and analyze it to see how the enemy used the quantum energy. Then we should be able to find a way to enter the Prime Hand's ruins. Now that we're here, I'm almost certain it's the right place. The subtle feeling of the Iron Heart particles, this pain, and its familiarity. The inverted Ironheart is definitely inside those ruins. But the inversion technology database left by the ancestors is not yet accessible, Descendant. We have no guarantee as to what will happen, nor do we know whether we will be able to control the inverted Ironheart. Based on the data I have collected so far, I will try to come up with as many backup plans as possible. I hope that what we do here will give us the power to strike back, Descendant.
I mean, we can always rely on our arcade somehow, if something happens. So we got us this far, right?
Arcade's an unfathomable power, with unfathomable potential, too.
That's what you call hope, Jaber.
Hope.
to attack. I would not have allowed them to get this far. However, for all of you, this is your opportunity to earn new body prosthetics and persona.
Thank you for all your hard work, Descendant. Now let's find a way to reactivate the phase shift gate. Descendant, if we use the body of a Legion of Immortality unit, we will be able to gather more of the energy required to reactivate the phase shift gate. The biopower supply of the cyborg Vulgus have absorbed an immense amount of quantum energy. In other words, if we collect their batteries, we will have enough energy to operate the gate. The drone that can collect energy will be arriving shortly. Be ready, Descendant. I will identify the virus units which have high quantum energy saturation levels. There is a Vulgus attempting to steal the energy.
Crap. I don't have enough firepower to cover Jaber by myself. Can you take out some enemies from your side? No, I can't tell if this is a Descendant or Jaber turret.
The fire turret. Not a bad idea. I'll add it to my list of things to develop.
Alright, the enemy's offensive has died down.
With this amount of energy, we should be able to reactivate the phase shift gate. Thank you, Descendant.
Wait. There was a minor problem when I tried to activate the phase shift gate. Let's meet at the entrance to the Prime Hands ruins.
So, this isn't one of those situations where one of us has to remain outside to control the energy, is it? You're not disagreeing with me.
Checking signal. Stand by. Because you've hit the nail on the head. As Eamon didn't open the gate through any normal means, I figured there'd probably be some lingering consequences. But the gate to access the ruins was more volatile than I anticipated. If we leave it operational, there'll be another quantum pulse explosion, like the one we saw with the abandoned gate at the cave. We have to temporarily stop the energy supply to the gate after the infiltration begins, and reactivate it once the infiltration team completes their operation. Considering the number of Vulgas headed this way, there's no way we can control and defend the gate with just one Descendant. We need 2 or more Descendants to stay here.
No time to waste. Jaber, you operate the gate, I'll cover you. We'll hold this place down no matter what. Infiltration team, you guys go and retrieve the Ironheart. Does that work for everyone?
Blair, it won't be smooth sailing for you guys.
Ha! You think your job's gonna be any easier? Good luck, infiltration team. Guide, you hang in there too.
I promise we'll return with the Ironheart, no matter what. I've checked the map of the ruins that was sent to your receipt. I will guide you to the Prime Hands. The map was created during an expedition from a few decades ago, but it's still highly reliable. It seems our operation has been made possible through the sacrifices of these early descendants. I recommend sporadic battles. There are also likely to be numerous set up to prevent us from advancing. According to the records, in order to activate the Prime Hands, power must be established throughout the ruins. The records mention a power facility. I will guide you there. It seems as if the Vulgus have prevented the power facility from being operational. Let's remove the circuit chains and get the power facility up and running. Descendant, a sizable Vulgus force. I believe they are trying to prevent you from activating the power supply.
Master Abbott! The vermin are awakening the room! I think they're after the other. We need reinforcements! Master Abbott! Strange. Master Aemon should be on Corell's ship. Keep requesting reinforcements.
If we can keep this up, we have a chance to win this. This operation is
I had to prove my loyalty for decades to get these prosthetics installed. But I will share my responsibility with you to Decendant now. This is your chance to be victory belongs to you.
Descendant, we're approaching the zone where the prime hands are located. Hold on just a little longer. Release didn't fall on schedule. There's no mention of this in past expedition records. The position's been kept in place so that this temperature change was caused by the radiant generator. Energy region. Imagination. Can you hear what I'm saying? Descendant, you must stop the operation. I didn't have enough information. Even if we set the inverse calculation of the radiant heat as low as possible, the human body cannot withstand inverted energy. Descendant!
Infiltration team, this is Jaber. Requesting an update on the current state of the operation.
What are you gonna do with that intel? Wouldn't it be faster to just ask them when it'll be over? Ugh, damn, that hurts. Pass me some more rounds.
That's the last magazine. Use it sparingly.
Descendant, I heard the infiltration of the ruins was a success, and the inverted Ironheart has been retrieved. How's the operation going? Do you think we have a chance? Corell's ships are slowly appearing at the White Knight Gulch. Hopefully we'll hear some good news from the front. Any of them. Descendant, please respond.
Descendant. I understand your intention now. I see you've decided to put your faith in hope. Since the only lack information regarding the inversion process, I also did not know enough about humankind. I will never give up, Descendant.
Battle protocol will commence. So it has come to this. Increase the spectral laser output to max. Time up the Descendant.
That laser device runs on the external battery. I will display the location of the batteries to the corresponding system. Destroy it.
You're different from the other paltry soldiers I've killed. I will kill you and make a new prosthetic from your body. Master Haven, watch out for me.
Descendant. The inverted Ironheart is forcing the dimensional wall to open. If this occurs at all of the prime hands, the dimensional balance will collapse completely. The Ironheart must be contained. Watch out! Descendant! Wait. Your arcade is reacting to the inverted energy. Ironheart is being absorbed into your subconscious arcade space. Take heart, Descendant. I am with you. The remaining energy is at 34%. The dimensional wall is stabilizing. Remaining energy at 21%, 16%. You're almost there. Remaining energy at 0%. You've done it, Descendant. The Ironheart has been transported to the safest possible location, into the subconscious space of your arche, where I first met you. However, the Ironheart in your subconscious space can be removed only once. If you attempt to embrace this Ironheart again, your arche will be unable to endure it. This means we have only a single opportunity to convey and destroy the Ironheart. Do not worry, Descendant. We will prevail. Descendant, are you alright? Are you experiencing any arche irregularities? If nothing is wrong, I have something to tell you. I have finally unlocked the secret behind the Ancestors' inversion technology. And thanks to the sacrifice you made, Descendant, I was also able to access the Inversion Technology database, which had been sealed. Inversion was a forbidden technology that reversed the entropy of infinite energy composites like the Ironheart and turned them into antimatter. The inverted Ironheart was intended to be a core element as part of a process to reverse the laws of nature. Antiparticle weapons, destruction of the dimensional wall, multi-dimensional space-time connections. I see traces of countless unthinkable plans. According to the development logs, Inversion was created by extremists among the ancestors who were obsessed with using the Ironheart. But it seems the Vulgus somehow obtained this inversion technology. I think the ancestors and the Vulgus were connected in some way, long before I was created. I can find no records as to whether that relationship was one of conflict or cooperation, but there may have been no reason to include that in my files. As you know, I am not here to protect the Ironhearts. I am essentially a track and annihilate program, designed to destroy them and everything about them. And through this recent research, I have become more certain of my role and my mission. Descendant, I have acquired an algorithm to analyze inverted energy and have derived a way to destroy it. My next step is to try and apply this to our current situation. Although we can only extract the inverted Ironheart from within RK once, theoretically, there may be a faster and more certain way to destroy it than the process we might use for a regular Ironheart if we use the properties of antimatter. Wait. Descendant. A wave that I have never previously felt within the void is approaching. It seems a Colossus has been drawn to the inverted energy. I'm sure we'll hear from Albion soon.
Colossus is closing in, moving towards the Hagios prime hands at a rapid speed. Classification type, swamp walker, and deadly great walker mutation. Descendants in Albion, commence with the intercept battle.
Come on, Mr. Colossus expert. Hagios is Vulgus territory. Can't we just leave it to them?
I agree. Right now, we've got bigger things on our mind.
Entertaining those thoughts can be very dangerous, Jaber and Blair.
Humanity is very weak. That's why humans need us so desperately.
Descendant, I have received reports of your outstanding performance in Hagios, and with our ongoing research into inversion. We believe that swamp walkers were alerted by the inverted energy exposed in Hagios, and began heading toward Ingris's dimension. But they're not only targeting Hagios. They're currently moving toward multiple areas within Ingris. What will you do if one of the swamp walkers approaches Albion? I heard that you have submerged the inverted Ironheart in your arcade. Can you guarantee that they won't be drawn to that energy, Descendant? We cannot always assume a best-case scenario. That kind of carelessness is how humanity was almost totally annihilated a century ago. You are humanity's hope, Descendant. You need to be more proactive.
Damn it. Since Mr. Colossus Expert is being so serious about this, it looks like we have no choice, Turret Boy.
I believe the data from the Colossus will prove useful.
Useful? For what? Cracking open amorphous materials?
Please, just let her finish.
As Seneca said, the Colossi are moving towards various regions, not just Hagios. If those regions show signs of inverted energy, we may be able to use that for our overall plan. The plan to destroy the Ironheart.
Well, that's good news!
Whatever you're planning, we have to do it fast. The White Nine Gulch is still dangerous.
The space-time fabric of the void is extremely illogical.
Intercept battle provided an opportunity for me to survey the area around the Colossi's target destination from within the void dimension. They were headed towards some snowy fields, and the area was emitting a large amount of inverted energy.
Guide, the location I just sent you? That's where we think the Vulgus Fortress is. If you found any features or have any intel, please send us the details.
Descendant. I see. So the Colossi were heading towards the Vulgus fortress. If the inversion took place there, it would not be unusual to detect a large amount of energy. No wonder the Colossi were drawn there. Descendant, we can definitely use this to our advantage. According to what we know so far, if we apply the inversion process to the inverted Ironheart, in theory, that Ironheart will be completely destroyed through particle-antiparticle annihilation. This is the fastest and most certain method of destroying the Ironheart that we currently know of. The only drawback is that it will also destroy everything around it. But we can use this to our tactical advantage. If the operation is a success, the Vulgus will have nowhere to return to. Descendant, if you cannot retrieve the Ironheart from the White Knight Gulch, you must make a decision regarding this alternative plan while it is still viable. Please discuss it with HQ. It will be a difficult decision, but everyone will need to be in agreement.
Alpha, these are the details of the operation that the guide has laid out. What do you think?
Enzo, this isn't an easy decision to make.
But it's not like we have any other option. Let's at least assemble everyone to discuss this.
Got a question about the operation? First of all, the guide's operational plan provides many tactical advantages. The majority of the Vulgus forces have already been dispatched to the White Knight Gulch, and Corel isn't aware of what happened in Hagios, thanks to the long-range jamming signals established by Jaber. If this situation continues, we will be able to lay siege to the fortress, and Corel will be none the wiser. There has never been a more ideal moment to attack the Vulgus fortress since the beginning of this war, and the chance may never come again. However, if our goal is not just to attack, but to destroy an Ironheart, this will not be enough. If we pull back our forces from the White Knight Gulch and behave as if we have another strategy in mind, that should attract Corel's attention. We need a foolproof way to lure them in, much like how Corel ensnared us with the White Knight Gulch operation. In other words, this is a plan that requires someone willing to face death, to act as bait, all while protecting the Ironheart and distracting Corel. I realize I am asking for someone to sacrifice themselves, and as commander, I can't bring myself to give such a merciless order.
What if someone volunteers?
Enzo?
What is it? Alpha, the Descendants can act as bait.
If we deploy an unprecedented number of Descendants to the front, that will be more than enough to distract Karel. Karel's also aware that the Descendants are humanity's last hope, so he's going to relish trying to squash our last stand. The fact that he's approaching slowly, like a dark cloud without warping, that shows that he believes he's already won the war. And with Karel's attention drawn elsewhere, if we send some of the Descendants to the Vulgus Fortress and destroy the Ironheart, we'll be able to turn the tide of war. The manifestation of Archaean Descendants doesn't just mean we have to be powerful weapons. As humanity's last hope, we should sow the seeds of victory. Now, the majority of the Descendants, including me, will engage in battle at the White Knight Gulch to buy some time, while Ajax, his team, and the rest of the Descendants will be deployed to the Vulgus Fortress. Awaiting your approval, Alpha.
All right. You win. Carry out the operation. Let's get this done and destroy the Ironheart. On one condition. You must all return safely. And tell the guide to look after the Descendants.
Understood. I wish everyone good luck at the White Knight Gulch front.
Don't worry. This is great. I've always wanted to have a go at Karel.
Get in line, kid. There is a line, you know.
I'd like to cut in front of you as well.
Enzo, please take care of yourself. Remember our promise.
There's no way I'll forget. Don't worry. We'll win.
It seems everyone has steeled their resolve. Everyone's arche is glowing. I doubt that even the ancestors anticipated this moment. I'm so happy to have met humans with arche like yours. Despite my limitations as an AI, I believe I understand what courage is now. All right. Descendant, I'll accompany you to the Vulgus Fortress. We must locate the inversion facility there and overload the Ironheart to destroy it. I know we can do this, Descendant. I will be with you the entire way.
This is off topic, but aren't you all cold?
My battlesuit has a built-in heating function. It was designed for void expedition missions.
Huh. I'm actually a little warm.
I'm jealous.
I will stand with you until the end. The Vulgus Fortress. We knew such command facilities existed, but we never had any information about their sizes or exact locations. Our terrain scanner never detected them, and as they were deep within Vulgus territory, it was impossible to send any recon squads. Seeing them up close and personal now, they're pretty imposing. If I ever go back to being a military academy professor, I'd like to write a paper about this fortress. But there's no need for us to be intimidated. Once we've destroyed the Ironheart, the tide of war and history will turn in our favor. All right, infiltration team. Let's get to it. Our primary goal is to infiltrate where the Vulgus signals are the weakest and locate the source of inverted energy. Unfortunately, the guide can only detect the general energy scattered throughout the area. And because we're in a massive energy field, it's like being lost in fog. It'll be difficult to find the source. So, we need to do reconnaissance around the fortress and gather information about the source of the inverted energy. It's going to be an extremely dangerous mission. Good luck, all of you. The survival of humanity depends on it.
In order to destroy the Ironheart, we have to locate the inversion facility. If we find the source of the inverted energy, we should find the related facility. The guide is connected to the search drone, and I need you to escort it. It has to be protected.
The communications frequencies from the surrounding area are causing interference. They must be coming from the Vulgus communications facility.
We'd be able to sweep a larger area by connecting the search drone to the Vulgus comms facility, wouldn't we?
With my abilities, it's more than possible.
Escort the drone to the comms facility.
I will sync the communications facility to the drone. It won't take long, but the drone will still need to be protected.
Thanks to you, I've identified a few locations that show high energy levels. I'll track them.
Lepic, I sense an increase in inverted energy around you. Where are you now?
I was investigating the wreck of a Vulgus ship, and I think I've stirred up a hornet's nest. I need support.
Lepic, how far out are you? Wait right there.
I should never have sent Lepic off by himself. My bad. Hey, these Vulgus punks are responding really quickly. Looks as if their commander isn't to be taken lightly. Let's eliminate the defense forces here first, then secure the gate that leads to the wrecked ship. I really hope Lepic can withstand it until then.
Captain Survival, you need to hold them off until we get there.
You don't have to tell me. If I die, the 44th Grenadiers will be completely wiped out.
Transport drone is standing by. Careful. The enemy is acting suspiciously. Box? That's where I'm going. Here come the enemy reinforcements. There's a lot of them. secure the target. Hurry! Algorithm obtained. Well done.
Eliminating the enemy's defense will attract their attention and create an opportunity for Lepik. That location there seems to be one of the main strongholds for enemy munitions transport. We might be able to kill two birds with one stone. They'll come at you in droves, so be prepared. You'll have to hold them off and buy as much time as possible.
Spotted an enemy squad closing in on your location. Be careful. The guide has moved to Lepik's Arcade. Watch out. A high-level Vulgus has been detected. Well done. Finish up the rest of the mission.
This is Lepik. Thanks for the support. You saved my life.
Jonathan, thanks to you, we were able to obtain important information from the wrecked ship. The inversion device must be somewhere around here. Descendant. Descendant? The Volga ship in front of you appears to have crash-landed on its way to Ingress. The flight log has been completely erased, but the date of when it ends is close to the date when the Volgas first appeared. What is also important is that this ship was loaded with huge, powerful energy equipment. At first I thought it was the ship's engine or power source, but I soon found that theory to be incorrect. Do you remember when the Hagios Prime Hand's ruins erupted with radiant heat? This ship is similar. The central part has a thick coating that can absorb radiant heat. Such a measure would not have been necessary unless inversion technology was involved. That means that this ship was equipped with an inversion device. Descendant, I believe I know where it might have been installed, if the device has not been destroyed or removed from the ship. I'll send the potential location to your receive. Try looking there, Descendant.
The location that the guide sent is full of Volga signals. Let's spread out and take control of the area.
Now it's my turn, you Vulgus bastards.
focus unit with high voltage fuses. Uses you fine? Blow up the generator. Maybe I should add them to my grenade throw. Seems like a great idea. Enemy reinforcements are headed your way. They've also deployed elite units. Engage them carefully.
Whoa! Power supply to the enemy has been cut off. Incredible.
Commencing facility search. Biesa, Lepik, keep engaging the enemy. These defense garrison forces are pretty tough.
Don't worry about us. Focus on your own electric duties, Professor. Once you locate the inversion facility, let's finish this once and for all.
that we have entered the facility, I can clearly feel powerful inverted energy. I can even detect Ironheart particles. Yes, I am certain that the Vulgus performed the inversion process here.
That's good news. So we can destroy the Ironheart here then?
I hope this ends well.
I detect inverted energy coming from that direction. It appears we definitely won't need the radiant heat absorption coating here. I understand why they moved the equipment here from the ship. This is an excellent place to cool it. But there is something odd about it too. Considering the high temperatures of the inverted energy we observed in Hagios, it is impossible that a glacial cave like this could have stayed intact throughout the process. It's not even sure
Sorry, but there's no time to play detective. Large Vulgus force is heading your way.
Scum. You've been heading towards that abandoned place, have you? Bring round the assault ship. I will descend upon that location too. Little expect them
You guarded Eamon?
Descendant. Deactivating a security system like this isn't that complicated. The problem is that this system is set up to be controlled externally, just like in a prison.
The Vulgus commander said something about
I'll try to discover anything I can. Descendant, that's... Descendant? I'm certain that this is the inversion machine that was loaded onto the ship. Wait, they have a surveillance record in the facility database. I'll look into it. The Vulgus were unable to complete the inversion process here. That's why the traces of energy were so weak. There is a more powerful facility called the inversion furnace somewhere. The inversion process must have been completed there.
Guide, right now, getting out of your safe field, priority number 1. Locating the inversion furnace comes second.
Understood. I will try to find somewhere to link to the emergency transmission signal.
Where are you going, Descendant? You're just like your pathetic predecessors. I'll kill you just like I killed them.
Transmission signal confirmed. Commencing transmission.
Requesting updates from Descendants at each front. Eugen, does anyone need to be evacuated from the White Knight Gulch?
We can't get a full picture of what's happening in the combat zones. Valby, use your waterways and check on the injured.
Roger that. Submerging.
Just get to the point. Descendant, thank the heavens your injury is not serious. I received the report from Ajax's team. Honestly, when I first saw that abandoned device, I thought it was all over. But then, we discovered another facility by investigating the first one, an inversion furnace. HQ has also identified a converter outside its typical range through a terrain scan. Perhaps we'll find clues related to the furnace there. No, it has to be there. The only way to turn the tide of this war now is to destroy the Ironheart. We must find the inversion furnace and finish the operation as soon as possible, before Karel realizes. Wait, it's Kyle. Nell, patch him through.
Standing by for connection. Verifying signal optimization. What is it now? Go ahead, Kyle.
Our troops will arrive in Albion soon. We're systematically withdrawing forces from the front line. Everyone has defended calmly and well, executed the planned retreats, and bought us time. The number of casualties is lower than expected. We're approaching the final moments. We've received a report that Karel has descended from his ship.
Kyle, Marcus and the Investigative Corps are headed your way. Their support should help you hold out a little longer.
I'm grateful to Marcus, but we plan on fighting using only the power of the Descendants from now on. We're here to achieve victory, not take everyone down with us. And it's better to fight as a small group within the Prime Hand's ruins.
Descendants don't have to shoulder the entire burden. If things go south, I want you to give up the Ironheart and retreat immediately.
We can't just end the show when we keep attracting such huge audiences. We'll try to buy as much time as possible. Over and out.
Luna!
This won't do. If we're done with resupply and repairs, all units move to the location of the converter. We're running out of time on both fronts. We have to hurry.
Got it. Let me tack on one more arm component before we go. Do you want like an ice cube or something to snack on?
Ugh, let's just get going.
I miss my family a lot when I was with the Dispatch Corps. You have no idea how happy I am to be in Albion. Construct Corps have it rough. Who would have thought that RK would manifest in Kyle? We'll soon have some decent weapons, thanks to some brave veteran. Isn't that great? just changed shifts. Did anything happen? Do you think we'll ever see the day when the Vulgus are completely eradicated from Ingress? The Construct Corps have it rough. Who would have thought that RK would manifest in Kyle? You're back! What a relief. Do you know if I'll get to join a Void Intercept battle? Just asking out of curiosity. What? I should speak to the commander? Good one. I've just changed shifts. Did anything happen? There's definitely an issue with support from HQ. Oh, but this is off the record, okay? Do you know if I'll get to join a Void Intercept battle? Just asking out of curiosity. What? I should speak to the commander? Good one. Ew. I could use a drink of the brown beard. All clear.
with you until the end. All units, I have your missions for this operation. As you know, our goal is to locate the inversion furnace. However, there's something you need to know. The defense commander of this fortress is called Kulan. Kulan is known to have single-handedly defeated multiple colossi. In other words, he can go toe-to-toe with them by himself. Lepik, you and I will protect the team from Kulan. We have to block main routes and secure favorable terrain before he appears. The rest of you, help the guide search for the inversion furnace. Guide, do you have any intel that might be useful?
I'm sorry. I detect a high concentration of inverted energy in this area. But I'm still finding it difficult to identify the exact source from this proximity.
Don't worry. Sometimes things can become more clouded the closer you get to them. It's like that for me with Aisha.
Whenever you go into the void to look for her, I'll help you.
I'll hold you to that.
Now I can access the emergency control device. This facility used to be an auxiliary of the furnace, which was built to melt colossi remains. It included a process that made it easier to remove and melt parts such as equipped weapons, round loaders, and battle suits. I don't know why they need colossi. I'll check the core facility. Processed colossi remains were transported beyond that partition. The furnace used to melt colossi remains must be there, Descendant. Descendant. For some reason, I'm picking up traces of colossi void energy. Here. Investigating this location will help us. I understand it is heavily guarded. But I need you to take me there, Descendant. fluid from the control panel, and I can't connect to it. I need to destroy the panel and bypass it with the emergency Now I can access the emergency control device. This facility used to be an auxiliary of the furnace, which was built to melt colossi remains. It included a process that made it easier to remove unknown parts such as equipped weapons, fire borders, and battle systems. I don't know why they were melting inside. I'll check the core facility. Were transported beyond that partition. The furnace used to melt colossi remains must be there, Descendant. Descendant. Descendant, I have finally pinpointed the location of the inversion furnace. The facility is in the basement of Fortress Command. I have detected colossi remains that have been melted by the furnace flowing in that direction. But our enemies have already established a line of defense between here and the command facility. The commander of this fortress must be waiting for us. Descendant, do you think we can break through this Vulgus defense line with the forces we have? I regret pushing you into a corner, but I believe this is the only way.
We'll be fine, Guide. Right now, we have no choice but to get it done. All units, converge upon the point of attack at the fortress's defense line. Maintain your position there, ready for our final operation.
I will stand with you until the end. It's finally come to this. The success of our entire operation depends on this fight. I feel like I did on the day of my first lecture. Nervous. Still, the situation is actually better than that day. It looks like there was a battle that took place when the Colossi appeared, drawn to the inverted energy. The fortress defense system was destroyed, and the key base for the fortress defense forces fell apart. That means, in our current state, we have a good chance of winning. I'm talking too much. All units commence operation to break through the Vulgus defense line. You need to destroy the Vulgus in front of us and push forward to Fortress Command, where the inversion furnace is. Any questions?
What's there to ask? Let's just go!
Great, let's move.
Descendant, the Vulgus forces are deleting confidential data at the destroyed base. After viewing the cache, I see it was some kind of blueprint. As they were desperate to destroy it, I believe it must be related to their fortress command. As I expected, it is the blueprint for the fortress command.
They noticed we stole the data. They're all heading to your position.
Receiving more data. I'll analyze it, Decendant. Vulgus is remotely blocking the data transmission. We must eliminate them. Data received. Now I can accurately determine the route to the inversion furnace.
Damn it! The Vulgus built an IED with the Colossi remains. They wouldn't survive the blast from this either. Are they out of their minds? You can stop it from detonating by destroying the trigger. Good. 2 more to go. I'll send the locations of the other Colossi remains to your receive. One more to go. You can do it.
Looks like someone on their side thinks just like me.
You said it. Close. Thanks for defusing the IED.
Fortress infiltration complete. Commencing with the mission to destroy the Ironheart. Guide, I'm counting on you to help until this is all over.
I'm putting my faith in you too, Ajax. Descendant, it seems we've finally made it this far. The last Colossus has been melted in the furnace, and the inversion furnace is ready to be activated. We are also ready to retrieve the Ironheart that was submerged in Arcade. We are waiting on you now, Descendant. We only have one chance to activate the furnace and crush the Ironheart. I believe we can do this. We will destroy the Ironheart together. Descendant, I'll operate the furnace and start the inversion furnace sequence. Follow the directions laid out in your receive and get to the furnace. The Vulgus forces will come after you, but there's no time to lose. You must move quickly.
Guide, I've heard that the inversion process releases an enormous amount of energy. Can you guarantee that the units that enter will be safe without my barrier?
If we can escape while the Ironheart is still in the inversion furnace, exposed to the energy.
They must believe they can destroy the fortress by overloading it.
Fortunately, they are unaware
However, if Jaber's jamming signal is wrong, I'll discover everything. Let's complete the operation before that happens.
Have communications with Master Corel not been restored yet? There is no response from Agios either. However, Master Corel doesn't need to know why the scum headed to the inversion furnace. A dead descendant says nothing. Send our forces to the Ironheart lab. We will fight the Descendants there. This is your opportunity. In battle. Forces, destroy the inversion furnace's control system. I don't want to meddle with Master Corel's accomplishment, but Eamon can rebuild. You vermin will not have it your way.
Descendant, it's too late. Eamon is fighting back. If they destroy the control system, I cannot continue the inversion process. We must stop them.
Surrender now.
I can't let this be the end.
This is nothing.
Hi there. What can I help you with?
Descendant, I'll operate the furnace and start the inversion furnace sequence. Follow the directions laid out in your receive and get to the furnace. The Vulgus forces will come after you, but there's no time to lose. You must move quickly.
Guide, I've heard that the inversion process releases an enormous amount of energy. Can you guarantee that the units that enter will be safe without my barrier?
If we can escape while the Ironheart is still in the inversion
Leave that to us.
They must believe they can destroy the forces that's overloading it. Close the partition and step back. Once I resupply this, I will hunt them down myself.
We can open the partition by this time. Unfortunately, they are unaware of our true goal. Here to destroy the fortress.
However, if Saber's jamming signal is disrupted, must complete the operation before that
Have communications with Master Corel not been restored yet? There's no response from Agios either. However, Master Corel doesn't need to know why the scum are headed to the inversion furnace. A dead descendant says nothing.
I'm loading.
Send our forces to the Ironheart lab. We will fight the descendants there. This is your opportunity to distinguish yourselves in battle. Eliminate the vermin.
I need it now.
All forces, destroy the inversion furnace's control system. I don't want to meddle with Master Corel's accomplishment. But Amon can do it. You vermin will not have it your way.
Descendant, it's too late. If they destroy the control system, I cannot continue the invasion. We must stop them.
Loading.
Descendant, I've located the core facility necessary to activate the plans. I'll try to gain control of it. Then we can be sure that the conversion operation will run fine.
Guide, have you stopped the enemy from destroying the system?
I have accessed the core facility and am installing the system. I will be able to activate the conversion data. The automation system has been damaged. In order to finish the conversion process, I must operate the thermal system manually.
Wait.
One has to be left behind at the furnace.
I'm coming now. I'll take care of it.
Ajax, you're not thinking straight. We can't hold the defense line without you. If it falls, we'll all fall to the Vulgus.
Damn it.
Descendant, I understand. We'll proceed with the operation.
We have to protect the defense line. If we fall here, we all will die in the furnace.
We'll really have to steel ourselves for this.
That is the inversion furnace. When you are ready, I'll remove the iron heart from the arcade. I will be with you until the end, Descendant. Inversion sequence activated. Initiating Ironheart overload. Descendant, as we overload and destroy the Ironheart, you will experience anomalous events in the area around the furnace. It seems to finish very similar to void erosion. Be careful. It is dangerous. The place is not too far from the furnace. I know the Descendant's arcade to control the furnace.
And an inverted iron heart. Stop the inversion! Restore communications immediately.
Ironheart mass reduction. 30%. The heart is overloading. Getting more intense.
The defense line is collapsing. More Volga's forces are heading to the furnace. I have nothing to worry about over there.
Step it up!
Ironheart mass reduction. Watch out for the falling fireball of the enemy. Ironheart.
So that's what they were intending all along.
Damn it! The defense commander has broken through the line. He's heading your way!
Cover me. I need to help Ajax.
Furnace.
I will protect Master Corell's accomplishment. I will go to Clipper.
Descendant. The Vulgus has activated an emergency shutdown. We cannot complete the overloading sequence until we remove the final safety measure. Defeat the Vulgus and activate the final safety measure. Deactivation of safety measure. Pending. Descendant. Destroy the Ironheart.
It appears that the Ironheart has been destroyed. Turn the ship around. We'll put it back.
The Vulgus fleet is retreating. I repeat, the Vulgus fleet is retreating. Command, what's the situation?
We've confirmed there has been a massive explosion at a critical fortress. The Ironheart appears to be destroyed. But I can't locate the Descendant signal. Descendant, please respond. Descendant!
Descendant, can you hear me? The Ironheart has been destroyed. Thank you for believing in me. Now no one can alter the balance of Ingress. However, Ingress still needs you.
Arcade signal detected in the Void Dimension. This signature is... It is the Descendant's arcade.
Seneca, confirm the coordinates. Engaging emergency transmitter. Initiating transmission. Descendant life sign detected. I repeat, Descendant life sign detected. Ironheart destruction confirmed. The operation is a success.
Wow! We won!
I knew we'd be able to do it.
This is definitely one for the books. It'll be perfect for history lectures.
The Vulgus are retreating here too! I really thought we were goners for a minute.
It's a shame that the Ironheart we used as bait couldn't be saved.
Hey, we survived. That's more than enough.
This is an important operation, so listen carefully. Thank heavens, Descendant. You're okay. I thought we had lost you. Your chance of survival was close to 0%. I think the destruction of the Ironheart forced a connection to the Void. That's why you were sucked into void space. Anyway, I'm very relieved that I'm able to personally deliver this incredible news to you. The operation to destroy the Ironheart was a success. The Vulgus forces at each front are retreating. The fact that they've ceased attacking suggests that Corel must have lost a significant strategic target. After being outmatched at every turn, humankind has finally turned the tide in this war. I'm compiling all operation reports, including for the situation at the White Knight Gulch. All descendants that were dispatched there are reported to be fine. Alpha will explain in more detail. Please return to HQ. Oh, just a moment. Speaking as myself, and not as an executive officer of HQ, I'd like to personally thank every descendant. Especially you. You destroyed the Ironheart and prevented an unimaginable crisis. We're all in your debt. Thank you, Descendant, for everything.
Standing by for Operation Debrief. Descendants who have returned to Albion, report to HQ.
Good job, Eugen.
You too, Captain. Blair, you'll cook something for us when we get back, won't you?
Of course! We're gonna empty the food stores.
The success of this operation will lead us to victory. Good job, everyone. No. Good job doesn't do it justice. The future of the entire human race depended on this operation. And humankind came together to pull it off. Now, Corel and the Vulgus are retreating. Corel discovered that we had taken the inverted Ironheart and tried to come after us. But he was too late. By then, the heart had already been destroyed. We've achieved this major victory due to your actions, Descendant. I'm very glad that we have all of you and the guides still with us. However, Corel took the Ironheart we used as bait and disappeared without a trace. We're currently using all of our recon assets to search for Corel's flagship, but we do not know what the outcome will be. We have to remember that this war is not over yet. Corel still has 2 Ironhearts. He's probably plotting something even more dangerous as we speak. And there are still Vulgus forces across Ingress. Without a chain of command, they'll be running riot. For now, we're going to focus on our defense at each front and commence an operation to track down Corel's ship and the Ironhearts. Savor this triumph, everyone. Then let's regroup and keep going. From this moment forward, we aim for total victory. I look forward to working together again soon, Descendant.
You have completed one of the sacred missions of the ancestors, Descendant. I'm so proud of you. However, there is something I must tell you regarding the destruction of the remaining Ironhearts. Come, Descendant. Many people were willing to sacrifice their lives for the final operation, but your courage was exceptional. You risked your own life and destroyed the Ironheart in my place, even though I am merely an AI. If it weren't for you, humankind would no longer be here. But Descendant, there is something I need you to know for the future. As you know, the Magisters wanted the Ironhearts in exchange for the resources and technology that the Magisters provide for humankind. Because we destroyed an Ironheart, the Magisters may threaten humanity due to the breach of that agreement. There may be conflicts with the Magisters in the future, and they may even be less forthcoming with their support. But don't forget, every single one of the Ironhearts must be eliminated from Ingress. As long as you remember that, we can withstand anything that comes. Continue to fulfill your calling as a Descendant and protect the people you love. I will help humanity. I believe in you, Descendant. Your journey is not over yet.
Descendant, I am so glad you're still alive. The hero that saved humankind. I have a favor to request of you. Do you need information about the Colossi? When I located your arcade signal in the void, I was very relieved. Losing a descendant such as yourself is like experiencing the apocalypse all over again. I am very pleased to see you again, Descendant. However, the energy generated from the destruction of the Ironheart has sent ripples through the deepest recesses of the void. Unfortunately, this means we're likely to encounter Colossi of a completely different standard in the future. However, I still agree with the decision to destroy the Ironhearts. If all the Ironhearts are completely destroyed, the Colossi would become oblivious to the Ingress dimension. As closing the dimensional wall is pointless now, the Ironhearts must be removed from Ingress. With the destruction of an Ironheart, it's clear we'll face stronger Colossi. But the night is darkest just before the dawn. If we can journey through this dark tunnel together, the future of Ingress will be bright. Until that day comes, I hope you will continue to work with me and fight the Colossi intercept battles. As always, I put my faith in your strength and determination, Descendant.
human child. What do you need?
Descendant, I have heard that humankind has triumphed against Corel. Humans have won many battles over the years, but they continue to lose the war. Until now. This victory has helped to completely alter my perspective on humanity and Descendants. Although, you did all destroy the Ironheart. The Council of Magisters won't easily forget the choice made by Albion headquarters. And considering that Magisters are of Vulgus origin, the enemy may be closer than you think. But that's only the stance of the Council of Magisters. Some of the Magisters, myself included, will still root for humanity. I want you to remember that I will continue to stand with you all, despite whatever policy is decreed by the Council. It seems as if you'll need many things from me going forward. If there's something you need, you'll need to pay.